Kris Kristofferson, a man who lived many lives, a Rhodes Scholar, a helicopter pilot in the U.S. Army, and one of the greatest songwriters of all time. He gave us songs like Help Me Make It Through the Night and Sunday Morning Coming Down. But perhaps his most iconic piece is Me and Bobby McGee. Now, most people know Janis Joplin's version of the song, released just after her death. But Bobby McGee actually started his journey in 1969 when Roger Miller became the first to record it. Since then, it's been covered by so many, from Kenny Rogers to Gordon Lightfoot. But it was Janis who truly made it an anthem, and one that lives to this day. Now, Kristofferson was close to Janis. He didn't hear her version until after she had passed. He said, and I'll quote him here, "The first time I heard Janis Joplin's version was right after she died. Paul Rothchild, her producer, asked me to stop by his office and listen to this thing she had cut. Afterwards, I walked all over LA just in tears. I couldn't listen to the song without really breaking up. So when I came back to Nashville, I went into the Combine building late at night, and I played it over and over again so I could get used to it without breaking up." Another interesting thing about the song, the name Bobby McGee, his gender-neutral name, was based on his secretary, Barbara Bobby McGee, whose name Kris misheard as McGee. And however Kris heard it, the name stuck. Busted flat in Baton Rouge, waiting for a train. I was feeling near as faded as my jeans. What an incredible visual. Bobby thumbed the diesel down just before it rained. Took us all the way to New Orleans. This song paints such a vivid picture of two drifters living day to day, free from ties, but always searching. Kristofferson had this gift for storytelling, using sharp, evocative images, like Bobby thumbed a diesel down, or windshield wipers slapping time. Man, who hasn't tried to keep time with their radio and their windshield wipers? Such a universal picture. They're simple lines, but they draw you right into the heart of the moment. Kris had this gift, didn't he? You can almost feel the damp, rainy day in Baton Rouge and hear the rumble of that diesel truck coming to carry them away. In just a few lines, you're there with them. I pulled my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana. It's blowing sad while Bobby sang the blues. With those windshield wipers slapping time and Bobby clapping hands. We sang every song that driver knew. This song is more than just a story of two people. It's about freedom. And that's where we get the most famous line, "Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose." For these drifters, freedom isn't just about having all the options in the world. It's about having nothing. No attachments, no possessions. Kristofferson understood that real freedom means having nothing left to hold you back. No obligations, no possessions, and sometimes no relationships. For someone constantly on the move, like Bobby and the narrator, freedom means living in the moment because there's nothing tying you to the past or the future. The freedom to move from place to place without any ties holding you back. It's a bittersweet kind of freedom because it means there's nothing left. But in these moments together, that was all they needed. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing don't mean nothing, but it's free. And feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. And feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby McGee. Kris once said that he thought of songwriting as storytelling, much like writing a short story. And that's exactly what Me and Bobby McGee is. A snapshot of two people living on the edge, sharing everything, but ultimately going their separate ways. The song takes you on a journey with them, from the Kentucky coal mines to the California sun. They're together through all kinds of weather, but in the end, Bobby slips away. From the Kentucky coal mine to that California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, Lord, through everything I'd done. Every night she kept me from the cold. And then somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away. She's looking for that home, and I hope she finds it. And I'd trade all my tomorrows for one single yesterday, holding Bobby's body next to mine. There's something universal about this song, isn't there? That feeling of losing someone who meant the world to you and wishing you could go back just for one moment. And that's what Kristofferson was so brilliant at, capturing these deeply human experiences, those moments of longing and loss in a way that feels real, that sticks with you long after the song ends. And in the end, it's about holding on to the moments that really matter, no matter how fleeting they are. That's the beauty of a songwriting. It's not just about what happens, it's how it feels. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose, nothing. That's all she left to me. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby McGee. Kris Kristofferson, a true master of his craft, a storyteller who could capture the soul of America, the highs and the lows and the freedom and love, all in just a few lines. And with Me and Bobby McGee, he gave us a song that will last forever.